right, Mr. Browning, if you could please unmute. We are just waiting for Mr. Lewisell to join. If both parties could please unmute and turn on their video feeds, if possible.
Hello.
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 All right, we're here in 25S000100. We have the plaintiff David Lewisell present, and we have defendant Ricardo Browning present as well. However, is it Richard or Ricardo?
It's Richard.
That's weird. In our system, there's an O added to the end of it. So Richard Browning. So I see that both parties are present. However, Mr. Lewisell, you did not file documentation for proof of service that you served Mr. Browning.
I was served 8:45 last night, Your Honor.
Yeah, it wasn't until yesterday. I haven't been able to find him, Your Honor. It's every time it's been, and it wasn't him that hit me either. It was somebody else driving his
I'm sorry,
car.
I'm just here to talk about procedural stuff.
Okay, all right.
So Mr. Browning is here. He said he was served, so I don't quite understand your statement that you're unable to find him if he is here. You do need to file proof of service with the court. That is a document that you need to download off the court and you need to file with us. So that's what we need to proceed. And also, sir, if Mr. Browning is not the correct individual that you could obtain money from, it would be upsetting if we went through this whole process only for me to have to dismiss it when we get to trial because he's not the right individual that you should be suing for money.
I don't know the man's name. He was in, the guy that hit me said that he was a off-duty police officer and that he was studying to be a cop, and I didn't call the police when I got hit. I went home.
So you don't know who
it's been
actually
a
hit you,
nightmare.
sir? So how did you come
I
up with
don't know the
Mr.
man's
Browning?
name. I don't know the man's name.
Mr.
It was-
Browning, do
it
you
was in
know who
Mr.
Mr.
Browning's truck.
Lewisell is?
Your Honor, I sued Mr. Lozelle 2 months ago because I paid for a vehicle and he didn't receive it. The judge gave me a ruling on it. He asked it to go through court again, and he didn't show. And now I'm hearing this. I've never heard of any wreck, or I don't know anything about what he's talking about. This is the first I've heard about it since he got a judgment against him for not paying me, giving me the vehicle. I haven't heard anything until now. I'm just at this last night.
Mr. Lewisell, is Mr. Browning the individual who hit your car?
No, he's not the individual that hit me. He was in his vehicle that hit me.
No.
Yeah, that's just what I've been told. I don't even know why.
So you don't actually know, because if we go forward with the trial and it turns out that Mr. Browning has nothing to do with this, that would be an extreme waste of judicial resources.
It was not him driving. It was somebody else driving the car.
Mr. Browning, do you know who was driving the car that hit Mr. Lewisell?
No, I don't have a car. I have trucks.
That's not my question.
It was a white truck that hit me.
You just said a car.
Okay, well, regardless, Mr. Browning, I am asking you right now, are you aware of Mr. Lewisell, an individual that hit him in a truck or a car?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. No, not at all.
He took me to court for the accident, Your Honor.
This is the first I've heard of it.
He took me to court for the accident that happened. And I had missed the court because I couldn't get my phone to go on the Zoom. I wrote a letter to the judge, but they sent it to my address to where my house burned down. I wasn't living there.
Okay. Well,
Your Honor, the case that I filed against him was not for a wreck. It was because I paid for a vehicle that he never gave me.
No,
and that's why I sued him for it. If you look at the court documents, I paid for a vehicle. He never paid me for it, and that's what I got the judgment for. It had nothing to do with no wreck.
Okay, guys, thank you. 1 second, please. 1 second.
I don't know anything about buying a vehicle for me.
Okay.
I got hit.
Thank you. Do you have your case number, Mr. Browning? The old one?
No, I missed the court date.
No, I don't, Your Honor. That was a few months ago. When I got the judgment, I don't have that
What is
information
he
in front of me
talking
now.
about? I can't believe this.
It's the last judgment. The last time I went to court on this was I filed for the suit. He didn't show. Then he asked the judge to give him
Okay.
another option. He didn't show up for that. The judge said it was finalized.
I didn't know anything about the other
If
option. I
both
had
parties
no
could just
idea.
stop talking for a second, I'm just trying
Yes,
to
ma'am.
figure
I'm sorry. I
out,
apologize.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because I will not preside over a case where Mr. Loisel is filing a claim and saying that he is not even aware if this is the right individual to be suing, and then the defendant, Mr. Browning, telling me I'm not the right person to be suing. That just seems like such a waste of judicial resources.
I understand.
Mr. Clerk, were you able to find the other matter? Yeah. Yes, please. 24S212. Okay, thank
I
you.
don't know what he's talking. He didn't buy a truck.
All right, let me pull this up.
I can just say I bought new cars.
He's lying to me.
Okay, I
He's
can hear
lying.
everything. If everyone could just please
Oh.
mute
Oh,
if
I'm
they want to
sorry. I'm
talk about
sorry.
stuff behind
I'm sorry.
for a Ford Ranger pickup. Okay. I just think the other matter is completely distinct from this one. Mr. Loisel, is Mr. Browning the right person to be suing? Because if he is not the individual who was driving or who hit you, why are we going to trial on this?
He took me to court for it because I kept asking him the guy's name that was driving his truck, and that's when he sent me to court for the accident. And he wouldn't give me the guy's name that was driving it. The guy, it was Mr. Browning's truck that rear-ended me, but it was a young man that was driving it. But he said he was a off-duty police officer or
Okay,
something.
I heard that, sir. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
it
that.
was
Okay,
just-
so you will be able to prove that it was Mr. Browning's truck that hit you.
Who does?
Yeah, that's who sued me. Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, Mr. Loisel.
Mm.
If we go to trial on this, you will be able to prove that it was Mr. Browning's truck that hit you.
I don't, yeah, because he's the one that took me to court. Yeah. He took me to court for the accident.
No, he didn't. He took you to court to get for a truck.
I don't know nothing about that. That's something that I've never heard of. I don't know anything about buying a truck. And that's somebody lying. Nobody bought a truck from me.
Deal was for merch digs and track for a Ford Ranger pickup. I can't really read your writing, Mr. Browning.
I've
Deal
never
with
owned a Ford Ranger.
merchandise in truck for a Ford Ranger pickup. Is that what it says?
It says he was given merchandise in trade for a truck.
Okay.
No.
He received all the merchandise, truckloads of it, and then when it came
What are
time
you
to get the
talking-
truck, he had an
I
excuse
bought
why I
all
couldn't
that
pick it
stuff
up.
from you.
I never
Are
received
you
the truck,
serious?
and that's when I filed the court case.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
You're lying out your ass, mister.
Okay, please don't talk like that.
I
This is a courtroom.
apologize. I apologize.
All right. I cannot set this
lying.
for trial yet, Mr.
This is
Loisel, because
ridiculous.
you did not submit an affidavit of service. We will set this over for 2 weeks until the 30th, July 30th. In that time, sir, you must file an affidavit of service or else this case will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have until July 30th. Mr. Browning, Mr. Loisel, we will be present at 11:30 in this courtroom, July 30th. On that date, Mr. Loisel, I must have an affidavit or a proof of service filed with the court so that we may proceed, okay?
And can I come in person, like in the courtroom?
There is no personal courtroom. This is via Zoom right now,
Oh.
sir.
Okay. All right then.
Okay,
Um,
please file that documentation. I will see everyone back on the 30th
Okay.
at
Let me write
11:30
that down
a.m.
one more time. Can you give me the name of what I have to file for?
Proof of service or affidavit of service.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. See you on the 30th, both parties.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. If we could just call in then. Thank you for finding that case. Let's call in Alvarez. Mhm. Is it Justo? Justo?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So JDM Engine Pro, is your last name Justo or Justo?
Well, you're
Right.
pronouncing it in Spanish and English. They're both right.
Okay. How would you like it pronounced, sir?
However you said it first, that's fine.
All right. I'm just going to call you Justo.
That's
All
fine.
right, we're here in 25S000101. We have the plaintiff Jorge Alvarez present. We have the defendant JDM Engine Pro represented by Brian Justo present here as well. So we will go ahead and proceed to both parties. Today is a purely procedural day. I'm going to make sure that all the correct documentation is filed, and then if need be, we'll go ahead and set a trial date. So first, I
Okay.
need to ensure that Mr. Alvarez has filed a correct proof of service. So I have a certificate of service filed in front of me. It was service by mail.
Yeah, that's correct. I received it by mail, I believe, I want to say last week, I believe, on Thursday.
Okay, so everything is signed off. I do find it sufficient. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the small claim filed by Mr. Alvarez. So, Mr. Justo, are
Okay.
you aware that $4,438.05 is being requested against JDM Engine Pro and reimbursement?
Yes, but I just had one quick question on that.
Okay, I cannot answer any legal questions, but if it's a procedural question, I can help you.
Well, yeah, we stated on our website that we're not going to be liable for any labor warranty, and that our
Okay,
parts
well,
are
then
not
you
100%
can,
going to fix up
if
with
we
this
set a
issue.
trial date, you can provide that as an
Uh-huh.
exhibit for trial, sir. I'm not here to discuss any matters of the case at this time.
That's fine.
So
Okay. Sorry about that.
do you agree to that amount to reimburse Mr. Alvarez, or would you like to go forward with a trial date, sir?
I agree.
No, I don't want to reimburse him, and I haven't gotten it detailed. He just gave me the amount he's charging. He
That's
didn't
not,
send me any
okay, so
receipts or
sir, you
anything.
have two options. One is, yes, I agree to a judgment. I will pay Mr. Alvarez back $4,438.05, or no, I do not agree to that value. Let's set a trial date. Which option would you like to choose?
No, that's what I said at the very beginning. No.
Let me repeat this one more time. Your options are, yes, I will pay $4,438.05 back to Mr. Alvarez right now in a judgment, or please set a trial so we can contest this amount. Which option would you
Okay.
like, sir?
Please set a trial.
Okay, thank you. So my nearest trial is September 24th at 3 p.m. Does that work for both parties?
Do we have anything later than that?
Why do you need something later than that?
They're asking if it works, and I'm saying no. So I'm asking if there's another date. But if the 24th, it has to be that day. We could do it that day. That's not a problem.
Well, no, usually
So
a
yes, ma'am,
response would be, no, it doesn't work for me. I have something that day, not, can we
Well,
do
this is my
something
first
later?
time in
So I don't
court,
understand
okay.
if you're. Okay, because this is a judicial proceeding. This is not a joke. So we are trying to set this and
I understand
go
that.
forward accordingly. So if I don't understand what you're saying, that's why I'm clarifying. December 1st, or sorry, October
Oh.
1st at 1 p.m.
Oh, sure. That works.
Mr. Alvarez, does that work for you, October 1st at 1 p.m.?
It does for me.
Okay, so I will go ahead and set this for trial on October 1st at 1 p.m. 25S000101. That means you are set for trial at 1 p.m. in courtroom 6. Right now you're in virtual courtroom 8. Please be aware you will be in courtroom 6. It is still virtual, but it is in a different courtroom, courtroom 6.
Okay.
Because trial is set for October 1st, that means all parties must submit all and any evidence that they wish to use at trial by September 19th. That is a Friday. You must submit 2 copies of every exhibit. That's because I will retain 1 copy to look at during trial, and then the other party, the opposing party, will get a copy of an exhibit too, so they know what they need to form a rebuttal for. So please, all exhibits must be dropped off latest by September 19th. They can be dropped off before then. They'll be dropped off at the clerk's window at the district court, Cowlitz County District Courthouse, clerk's window. By the 19th at the latest. I will not accept anything after the 19th. That you have more than enough time before September 19th to get me 2 exhibits of everything, please. That means starting September 22nd up until trial on October 1st, you can come to the clerk's window and ask if any exhibits have been dropped off for you, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions at all? Both parties,
I do.
okay?
I'm out of state. Can I get the mailing address?
For what? For the courthouse?
Yeah.
Okay, the Cowlitz County Courthouse can be looked up online. I can provide it to you, though.
Yes, please.
Our mailing address is 312 Southwest First Avenue, Kelso, Washington, 98626. This is the Cowlitz County District Court. It is also listed, the address is also listed on the small claims form as well that you received when you were served.
Okay. Thank you.
That being said, you can mail us your exhibits, but we will not mail any exhibits to you. We do not pay for postage to mail out stuff. So unless you have someone
Okay.
that is up here, maybe you can ask them to pick them up for you and mail them to you. That would be the only way you'd be able to obtain these exhibits.
I don't. But I guess I'll look into that.
Okay. Mr. Alvarez, do you have any questions, sir?
No, I do not at this time.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will see both of you for trial on October 1st at 1 p.m. in courtroom 6, virtual courtroom 6.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. All right, then let's see. Let's pull in Amy Smith and Michael Lando. I only see plaintiff here. What's going? All right, Mr. Londo, you could please unmute, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir. So I am just pulling up your documentation. So we are here in 25S000102. I see the plaintiff, Michael Londo, present. I do not see the defendant, Amy Smith, present. I just want to first confirm that service was correctly filed. Let me see. I see that there's 2 documents for proof of service. So it looks like,
This has been resolved, though.
oh, it has been resolved, sir. Okay, how has it been resolved? Has it been paid in full?
In full yesterday.
Okay, thank you for your time. So let me go ahead and pull up this matter. Did you send any correspondence to the court that this was resolved, or are you just wishing to appear right now to tell me in person?
I just got it in the mail last night.
Okay.
So I called in this morning. He told me I still needed to become before you.
All right, thank you, sir. So $649.20 was paid in full, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So based on that, sir, I'm going to dismiss your case with prejudice, which means that you can't refile for the exact same amount because you have received payment for it, sir, okay? sir? Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay, I just want to make sure that you understand what that means. So I am going to go ahead and enter a judgment to close out this case.
Okay.
I'm dismissing it with prejudice, which means that you were, and I'm going to put in here paid in full. Paid in full. I'm going to sign off on this, and I'm actually going to mail this judgment out to you and Miss Smith, okay?
all right,
And this concludes the matter. So thank you for being here today to just let me know the status
Right.
of the case.
Thank you.
Sir.
thank you.
All right, thank you for your time. And then let's see, I think the last one is Versosa, but I see here that it says amended claim.
So an amended claims file is service on the original claim, so we give them 30 days to file an amended.
So at this point, we're just dismissing the case
Oh,
because this would have been the 30-day window, right?
well, they met the 30-day window, but now the plaintiff's consent, so the plaintiff's has we can just dismiss.
Okay, we're here in 25S000080. We're here, the plaintiff Monte Hare is not present. Defendant Kingsley Versosa is not present as well. As such, we are dismissing this matter. And I will say without prejudice.